Hello, good afternoon, guys. So, I am happy to be back again for this next lecture on the teaching profession. So, in the previous days, I have given you some lectures and some activities for you to accomplish, no? Naiintindihan ko na maraming katanungan syempre, no? Maraming katanungan at kailangan natin talaga kayong kausapin ng ganitong paraan upang sa ganun ay kahit papaano magkakaintindihan tayo, no? Sa pamamagitan ng ganitong lektura, ng ganitong moda ng pagbibigay ng lektura, na uunawaan ko na may kabigatan halimbawa ito na i-download ninyo pero sana ay magawan natin ng paraan upang sa ganun ay hindi masayang yung ginagawa natin para sa inyo. So, sa mga sandaling ito, yung ibang bahagi ng lecture na ito actually ay ipadala na sa inyo. Tatalakayin natin ang tungkol sa pagtuturo. Okay. You want to become teachers and the profession that you want to become or you want to do in your life is teaching. So let us try to see and look deeply into this lesson, teaching as a profession, vocation, and mission. Only because I want that at the end of this chapter, at the end of this lecture, you gonna realize what really is calling. And what is your calling. What really is a mission. And what is really your mission. Is teaching for you an inspiring job? Ito ba talagang gusto mong gawin sa buhay mo? Gusto mo talagang magturo? Is this your first choice? Or itinulak ka lang ng kung sino-sino lang para mag-enroll ng education? Ngayon, kung hanggang ngayon ay hindi mo pa nagugustuhan ang pagtuturo, medyo may agam-agam ka pa, I assure you that at the end of the lecture, you gonna appreciate what teaching is. Okay? So, let's get it. It says here that teaching is a profession, no? Sa unang activity ninyo, pinadescribes ko sa inyo kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng profession and most of you have already submitted their assignments and I've already checked it and you got it. Ang gagaling ninyo actually. So, it is a profession obviously because it requires skills and competence or expertise. And of course, dagdagan natin yan ng code of ethics. Ipapaliwanag ko ito. Skills and competence or expertise, no? So, everything that we do as a teacher should be what? Gawang professional. Ito yung sinasabi natin. Walang pagkukulang, walang sobra. Dapat professional. It should be done in a professional manner. Okay? Like for example, the doctors are receiving professional fees because of the things that they're doing professionally, no? They're doing it in the best way they could, no? Skills. Pinag-aaralan natin to ng ilang taon para makakuha natin itong skill. Ang pagtuturo ay hindi basta-basta, no? Kung wala kang skill, hindi ka pwedeng magturo. You cannot actually teach if you do not have the skill. And of course, you add competence. Competence in teaching. How competent you are in speaking in front of people, in speaking in front of your students, no? That is why in my class, I see to it that I always give oral presentation as one of the main criteria in giving you grade. It's because I wanted to test your competence, no? Your competence in speaking, and not only that, competence in writing, no? But of course, being a teacher, being teaching as a profession, being a profession itself, skills and competence and expertise are not enough. Because you need what you call the code of ethics. Remember, being a teacher, sabi nila, para kang nasa glass, nasa loob ka ng isang salamin. Nakikita lahat, naririnig lahat yung paghinga mo, nakikita yung galaw ng pilik mata mo, nakikita kahaba ng kuko mo, nakikita nga nila kung may patay na kuko ka sa paa. Ganon ka-transparent being a teacher. Kaya minsan, sinasabi natin na masyado namang yatang unfair na puro teacher lang sinasabi, dapat perfect ka, perfect ka, perfect ka. Bakit hindi ka ba tao? But, ito yung tinatawag nating propesyon ng pagiging guro. At ayaw man natin o hindi, Kailangan natin ito, the code of ethics of being a teacher, no? Pagsamahin mo yan. Para, sinasabi rito na, a teacher must conform to the technical or ethical standard of the profession. Technically, you are equipped. You are skilled. You are knowledgeable. Ang yaman-yaman ng utak mo, ang galing-galing mo ang magsalita, ang galing-galing mong guro. But, you have to possess this ethical standard. Your ethics, no? Yung kagandahang asal na nakikita sa isang guro. Na nakikita, nagre-reflect dapat sa inyo yung ethics na to. Kasi ito yung hinihingi ng profesyon. Hindi natin ito question kasi profession to eh. It has something to do with what are the requirements of this profession. And one is the ethics. And of course, the technical aspect. So you have to join it together. Combine the two in order for you to become an effective teacher. Initially, before you become an effective teacher, no, there are other elements of becoming professional, no? Yung pagiging professional mo. Padaanan lang natin to, nabasa nyo na to yung handout nyo. So, initial professional education, this is what you're doing now. You are studying 4 years in college and then you get your diploma, no? And then you get your diploma and then you pass the licensure examinations and then you continue going back to school. You learn. You continue to learn, no? If you want to become really a good teacher. But initially, you have to finish your degree first and then get your license. Accreditation. Accreditation meaning you go to a school or you enroll to a university that is accredited, no? Accredited by the government. And NVSU is one. So, binigyan tayo ng chance ng NVSU na mag-offer ng education. So, this is it. Ito na siya. Dahil license ang NVSU na magbigay ng education courses, you are enrolled here. So, accredited ang school natin, so there is no problem. Licensing, this is what I'm telling a while back, after your initial professional growth or your professional education, after graduation, you review, and then you take the licensure examinations for teachers, and then you get your license. This will land you to the better job. Without your license, hindi buo yung pagkakaluto mo bilang isang professional. Kailangan natin ng lisensya, no? Professional development. After graduation and getting your license, and then maybe landing on a teaching job, magkakaroon ka ng trabaho, hindi pwedeng hanggang doon ka lang. You have to go back to school. Take your masteral. Okay? Go to trainings. Take your PhD courses, no? Continuous development is because in renewing the professional license this time, you need what you call the CPD or the continuous, CPD means the continuing professional development, the continuing development, professional development, CPD, wherein they gonna weigh the points that you got from trainings, researches conducted, from your units in the graduate school, no? Kailangan mong makakuha ng certain units para makapag-renew ka ulit ng license mo. So, do not stop. And I would like to inspire every one of you and challenge you to do research. Mag-research kayo. This is the fastest way for professional development, conducting researches. Professional societies, you have to look for some groups or organizations that can help you professionally, no? Marami tayo dito. Like halimbawa sa UP, ang dami-daming organizations na sinasalihan natin. Pero dapat yung sasalihan nyo, yung it has something to do with your line, no? If you are BS in English, dapat yung mga society, it has something to do with literature, okay? Kapag social science ka naman, it has something to do with the history, di ba? So, dapat nakalinya din doon sa specialization mo, yung grupong sinasalihan mo, no? And of course, the Code of Ethics, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na. The Code of Ethics for Teachers, ito ay isang manual ito ay kalipunan ng mga dapat at di dapat na ginagawa mo bilang isang guro. Ginagawa natin pala kasi kasama ako doon bilang isang guro. Okay? That's it. So, yun yung mga initial na elements ng pagiging guro, no? Kailangan yung lagpasan ito, no? Lalong-lalo na yung number 1. You have to graduate first and then you pass your licensure examination for teachers. And then, here is it now. Aside from teaching as a profession, it is also called a vocation. vocation daw din ang pagtuturo. Vocation. Okay? So, what does vocation means? So, it comes from the Latin word vocare, which means to call. So, for the Christian world, para sa mga Kristiyano, naniniwala tayo na ang vocation or vocation ay binubuo ng tatlong magkakadugtong or magkakaugpong na mga what you call factors, no? So, number one, we have the caller. Dapat may tumatawag sa'yo. And then, merong ito yung tinatawag nila, someone who is called. Yung tinatawag nung tumatawag. And of course, kapag may tumatawag, kailangang may response, no? Merong dapat sagot. May response dito, no? Hindi pwedeng walang response, no? Okay. So, in the Christian world, sasabihin natin na si God ang tumawag, okay? And then here comes the apostles who heard that calling, and then they said yes. So ikaw bilang isang guro or isang nagbabalak maging guro, sasabihin natin yung profession mo, tinatawag ka, no? Ikaw, yung profession ang tumatawag sa'yo. And then, ikaw, sinagot mo ito. Pinakinggan mo, tapos sinagot mo ng yes. So the moment that you said yes, there is what you call the commitment. Nag-commit ka na kasi nag-yes ka na. It's like saying yes to a marriage proposal, no? Like for example, the boyfriend asked the girlfriend to marry him, and then she said yes. There is already the commitment that one day they have to wed, no? Mag-aasawa sila. Kasi nandun yung commitment, nag-yes ka na. Parang ikaw, yes, ikaw. Nag-yes ka na sa profession. Bakit may agam-agam ka pa? Bakit natatakot ka pa? Bakit parang ayaw mo ulit? Bakit parang nadidismaya ka pa? So, ibig sabihin, kulang pa yung commitment mo. Baka hindi mo pa na-appreciate na ito ay calling mo. There is someone calling you to the profession. So, ito yung representasyon ng isang Christian world, no? For the non-Christian, non-believing community, dalawa lang siya. A man and another man calling. So, for example, your friend is calling you, and then you respond. You replied. That is calling also. So, I repeat, the moment you said yes, you commit yourself. And once you commit yourself, you really have to work hard to what? Never destroy that commitment, no? Never destroy the commitment. Hindi pwede na what you call this, you break the commitment. It's because you already said yes. Here. When a mother says, I think my son has a vocation, what does it mean? What does it mean? Kapag sinasabi niyang I think my son has a vocation. So, para itong sa mga Catholic, no? Para ito yung tinatawag nila yung anak nila na maging pari, no? It's because being a priest is actually a vocation. So, parang sinasabi dito ng nanay na, uy, tinatawag ang anak ko ng Diyos. So, I guess meron na siyang vocation. Katulad din dito ng pagtuturo. Teaching is calling you. Okay? Tinatawagan ka ng pagtuturo. So, ibig sabihin, if you believe that what you are doing now is a vocation, then you really have worked for it. And you believe in it because you believe that this is your calling. Ito ang tawag sa iyo. Ito yung panawagan na gagawin mo. Ito yung dapat mong gawin. Okay? Next one. Aside from teaching as a profession and a vocation, it is also called a mission. So, ibig sabihin ulit, mission is to send. Kanina, vocation, calling yon. There's a call. Ngayon naman, tinawag ka kanina, ngayon papadala ka. They are going to send you. The profession that you choose will send you, will assign task for you. No? Meron siya i-assign na trabaho para sa iyo. So, halimbawa, a soldier reports and says, mission accomplished. So, anong ibig sabihin niya? Anong ibig sabihin ng mission accomplished? Ibig sabihin, nung tinanggap niya yung pasabi ng kanyang commander na magkaroon sila ng isang, halimbawa, raid, no? At napagtagumpayan niya, babalik siya doon sa commander niya at sasabihin niyang, magsasalute siya at sasabihin niyang mission accomplished. Ibig sabihin, it was done successfully. Okay. At ito yung nais ko sanang gawin din ninyo, no? Na, if you go back to yourself, you will proudly say someday na mission accomplished, no? Nagawa ko yung dapat kong gawin, no? Nagawa ko yung dapat kong gawin. Mahirap, pero dapat na ngayon pa lang ay simulan nyo na kung papaano gawin ito. This is a mission. You are sent to do a mission. Para kang ipinapadala sa isang labanan na hindi mo alam kung magtatagumpay ka o hindi. Ang kalaban natin dito, hindi katulad ng mga sundalo na ang kalaban nila dito ay mga armed din, no? Na maaari silang mamatay sa pamamagitan ng bala. Tayo ay pinapadala tayo sa isang labanan na ang kalaban natin ay kamangmangan, no? At kahirapan, katulad ng nangyayari ngayon. Kami bilang guro nyo, ang kalaban namin ay ang kamangmangan at kahirapan. Kahirapan in the sense na hirap ang iba na makapag-online kasi walang pang-online, walang pang-load, walang signal, walang gadget, no? And nagre-result ito ng kamangmangan. Kulang ang natututunan ng estudyante at ito yung laban na nais ng mga guro na mapagtagumpayan din so that at the end of the semester, we will gonna say, mission is accomplished. Okay? So, let's see. Abangan natin if masasabi ko ba at the end of the semester that mission is accomplished. So, just so you know that some teachers regard teaching as just a job. So, minsan din, hindi tinitingnan ng mga guro ito as a mission, no? Ang tingin nila dito ay job lang, trabaho lang. Anong pagkakaiba ng mission sa trabaho? Okay. Tingnan natin ang sumusunod, ito ay kinopya ko sa libro na nais kong i-share sa inyong lahat, no? So, it says here na, if you are doing it, we are talking about teaching here, no? If you are doing it only because you are paid for it, it is a job. Kung ang kino-consider lang natin ay ang bayad or ang salary natin, then, ang tingin natin sa pagtuturo ay isang trabaho lang na binabayaran ka dito. But, if you are doing it, not only for the pay, but also for the service, it is a mission. With extra service meaning to say, you entertain your students, you listen to them, you give them advice, etc., etc. You do some sacrifices. Then that is a mission. That is not merely a job, but a mission. Another one, if you quit because your boss or colleague criticize you, it's a job. If you keep on teaching out of love, it's a mission. So, along the way, you gonna find it hard sometimes na makisama sa iba. Ang hirap ng trabaho, ang hirap makasama si boss. And kapag bigla kang nag-quit, dahil lang hindi ka nagustuhan, then tingin mo sa teaching ay job lang, trabaho. Pero, kung nananaig pa rin sa'yo yung pagmamahal sa estudyante mo at pagmamahal sa trabaho mo, then you are looking at teaching as a mission. Another one, if you teach because it does not interfere with your other activities, it is a job. If you are committed to teaching, even if it means letting go of other activities, it's a mission. Okay. So, kung ang tingin mo ay wala ka lang ibang gagawin kasi, kaya magtuturo ka. Well, trabaho lang ang tingin mo sa pagtuturo. Pero pag ang tingin mo sa pagtuturo or magtuturo ka dahil kayang-kaya mong ipawalang bahala ang iba para lang makapagturo ka, then there is a mission in you. Meron kang misyong nais patunayan. No? So, ngayon pa lang timbangin mo ang sarili mo. Nasaan ka? Ang tingin mo pa ba sa teaching ay trabaho o may mission ka nang gustong gawin sa buhay mo? Well, it's up to you to decide, no? Another one. If you quit because no one praises or thanks you for what you do, it's a job. If you remain teaching even though nobody recognizes your efforts, it's a mission. Okay? We are not looking for someone to recognize us, to be pleased with what they are doing. Our purpose in teaching should be to inflict change. to our students, no? To give something new, to deliver something new to them. It is not to gain praises and recognition from other people outside the teaching and learning relationship. Hindi tayo naghahanap dito ng isang pagkilala mula sa ating boss o mula sa ating co-teachers. Hindi. Kasi kung ito ang lagi mong hinahanap, ang tingin mo sa pagiging guro ay trabaho lang. Subalit, kung hindi mo pinapansin, hindi ka man pinapansin, hindi man nila praise yung ginagawa mong kabutihan or the extra mile that you are doing, if no one recognizes you, then it's okay. If that's how you deal with it, then you are called for a mission. Another one. It's hard to get excited about a teaching job. It's almost impossible not to get excited about a mission. Okay. Hindi ka na-excite every day kapag ang tingin mo sa trabaho ay pagtuturo. Hindi ka excited magising. No? Kasi feeling mo mapapagod ka kasi trabaho na naman. Trabaho. Di ba ang trabaho nakakapagod? Remember, ang trabaho nakaka-stress. Pero kung lagi kang excited kasi ang tingin mo sa araw na to ay may mission na naman ako na dapat kong gawin. Ang tingin mo sa pagtuturo ay hindi trabaho. No? Magkaiba yun, magkaiba. Tandaan ninyo, ang trabaho nakakapagod. But mission, hindi nakakapagod yan. Nagbibigay ito ng saya, nagbibigay ito ng excitement sa'yo to start your day, no? Another one. If our concern is success, it is a job. If our concern in teaching is success plus faithfulness in our job, teaching is a mission. Okay. So kung lagi na lang iniisip mo pagtagumpay para sa'yo, para sa sarili mo, well, trabaho lang yon. Subalit, kung ang gusto mo ay, kung hinahanap mo ay ang success plus yung masyado kang faithful sa trabaho mo, kaya ginagawa mo yung extra mile na yon, ang tingin mo sa trabaho ay ang tingin mo sa teaching ay hindi lang trabaho lang, kundi mission din ito, no? Mission ito na kailangan mong gawin kasi alam mo na at the end of the day, dapat ang sasabihin mo ay mission accomplished. Pag sinabi mo kasing mission accomplished, it has something to do with the success. Ibig sabihin, as either meron kang nagawang kabutihan aside from nagturo ka. You have touched one life, no? And that is a mission. An average school is filled by teachers doing their teaching job. A great school is filled with teachers involved in a mission of teaching. So, ang isang institusyon na napupuno ng isang institusyon ay average lang daw. Kapag ang mga guro nito ay puro ang tingin sa trabaho ay ang pagtuturo ay trabaho lang. Hindi magiging daluyan ng pagkatuto talaga ang isang institusyon kapag ganito. Subalit, an institution to become great, para maging magandang institusyon yan, kailangan ang mga teachers nito ay mission ang tingin sa pagtuturo. Ibig sabihin, everyone in the group should regard teaching as a mission and not merely a job. Because if you look into teaching as a job, you will never be happy doing what you're doing. And if you are not happy, you will never commit yourself. If you never commit yourself, then you can never touch the life of anyone listening to you. You have to be committed. And in being committed, you have to look into teaching as a mission. Is it clear? May nagagawa ba itong pagbabalitaktakan natin sa paninindigan nyo bilang magiging guro? May agam-agam pa ba? May gusto pa bang sumuko? Ngayon, kung gusto niyang sumuko kasi hindi nyo kayang magkaroon ng mission sa buhay nyo, then siguro ngayon pa lang dapat mag-drop na, no? Kasi hindi kayo kailangan ng profesyon na to. Kung ang tingin nyo sa pagtuturo ay magiging trabaho lang ito sa'yo, well, it's time for you to change your course because the teaching profession needs missionaries, not people who look into teaching as merely a job. Now, knowing all of this, teaching as a profession, teaching as a vocation, and more importantly, teaching as a mission, the question now is, what should I do? Ano na ngayon ang gagawin mo ngayong nalaman mo na ganito pala ang totoo sa pagtuturo? Susuko ka na ba? Ayaw mo na ba? or ipagpatuloy natin para at the end, saka ka magdesisyon. Okay. Anong totoo? What is the truth? The truth is, because teaching is a vocation, it was God who called you to teach. Tinawag ka ng Panginoon upang magturo. It was nothing but God. Hindi pwedeng sabihin si nanay ang nagpilit, no. Because you can always say no. You can always follow what your heart beats, no. At huwag niyong sabihin na pilitan lang kayo. Because you have a choice. Pero pinili niyong mag-enroll ng education, so meaning to say, it was God who's calling you to teach. Now, the moment that you said yes to the calling of the Lord, like Mary did, you really have to live with it. Diba anong sabi ni Mary? Behold, handmaid of the Lord, be it done to me according to your word. No? Nandun yung pagsuko. So kapag isinuko mo na at tinanggap mo that the Lord was the one who called you to teach, then there is nothing you can do but to remain firm the moment you said yes. At dapat, along the way, you have to become firmer in your first answer, that is yes or yes. It is your calling. Now that you're here, you have to stand firm. You have to stand firm whether you like it or not. Or if not, it's time for you to quit. No more, no less. Another truth, you were called for a purpose. Okay? You were called for a purpose. Ano ngayon ang purpose mo sa buhay mo? Sabi nila, purpose-driven life. What is your purpose? Okay? Ano bang purpose mo? Ang purpose mo ba ay magturo lang ng pagbabasa? Just to finish the book? Okay? Just to present your PowerPoint every day? Is that your purpose? Because kung ito ang para sa'yo ay purpose, then maybe hindi sapat, no? Hindi sapat yung purpose na yon sa'yo. Hindi dapat ganun lang. Of course, kailangan, you have to accomplish your mission. You are unique. You are unique. You have to complete your mission. Hindi pwede yung sasabihin mo na ang trabaho ko magturo lang sa bata. Ituro ko to sa bata, ituro ko to sa bata, ituro ko ito sa bata. No. Hindi ito sapat. Okay? Hindi ito sapat. You have to do your mission in introducing change to the life of each student that you meet. No? The chapter of the book is not that important. Bonus na lang yon. Because if you teach a person to become a person he wants to be, then that is your mission. That is your purpose. Okay? Ano ba ang sinasabi nila tungkol sa mission? No? Kasi, so, eto babasahin ko para sa inyo para magkaintindihan tayo. Sinasabi dito na, teaching is indeed a mission. If you are doing it not only for the pay, but also for the service, if you keep on teaching out of love, it's a mission. If you are committed to teaching even if it means letting go of the other activities, if you remain teaching even though nobody recognizes your efforts, if it makes you get excited, if your concern is success plus faithfulness, it's a mission. Ito yung binabanggit ko kanina. Sinamarize lang natin. It is indeed a mission. You do it because of service and not for the pay. You keep on teaching out of love. Dahil mahal mo ang ginagawa mo. Beyond that, mahal mo ang bawat batang tinuturuan mo. You feel this genuine concern to your students, no? They are like your siblings, they are like your sons and daughters, no? Na kung ayaw mo mangyari ito sa anak mo, kailangan mong alagaan yung batang yon. And what you're doing is out of love, no? Gawa ito dahil sa pagmamahal, sa pag-ibig. You remain teaching kahit na wala man lang pumapansin sa'yo. And you find it very exciting. So, ibig sabihin, pag ganito ang pagtingin mo, may mission ka. Naniniwala ka na ang pagtuturong gagawin mo in the near future is mission. It is indeed a mission. So, what now? What should you do? Kasi sabi ko kanina, kung may mission ka, anong dapat mong gawin? Ano ba yung mission yon? So, one, influence. The word influence. Kailangan ka ng bayang ito para maghasik ng impluensya, magandang impluensya. Your mission is to influence your students. For them to take courage and help to change. Kailangan nilang magbago. In short, you have to teach your students to become human. Turuan mo ang estudyante mo, impluwensyahan mo ang estudyante mo, baguhin mo ang estudyante mo upang maging totoong tao sila. That is our mission. It is not, inuulit ko, it is not to teach all what's in the book. You are not a bookish. No? What is important is to teach your students to become human. Turuan natin silang maging tao, hindi lang maging robot. Lagi kong sinasabi na dapat ang ginagawa natin, hindi yung pagkakaroon ng isang estudyante na at the end ay magiging robot lang, yung sunod lang ng sunod, walang paninindigan, hindi ganon. Dapat ang iproproduce mong estudyante ay isang tao, no? Na ang taong yon, katulad ng nabanggit ko doon sa esensya ng tao ay, no, mayroon siyang essence, may laya siya, kaya niyang bumuo, kaya niyang gumawa, kaya niyang mag-isip, kaya niyang mag-imagine sa kanyang sarili. Hindi yung robot siya na kailangang sumunod lang siya ng sumunod. Hindi totoong tao yon. So that, if you have the mission, you have to teach your students to become a human being. You have to teach your students to become human, to become kinder, no? Maging mas mabuting tao. At kapag nagawa mo yon, pwede mong sabihin na, yeah, mission accomplished. Pero kapag hindi mo kayang gawin yan, well, kailangan mo pang mag-aral upang magawa ito. Teaching may not be a lucrative position. It cannot guarantee financial security. It even means investing your personal time, energy, and resources. Sometimes it means disappointments, heartaches, and pains. But touching the hearts of people and opening the minds of the children can give you joy and contentment which money could not buy. These are the moments I teach, for these are the moments I live for. Okay? Teaching gives us life purpose. Yung pagtuturo sa atin, nagbibigay ito ng purpose ng buhay mo kapag committed ka. Hindi ito lucrative position, no? Hindi ito magpapayaman sa'yo. It doesn't guarantee financial security. We always say that. Although the pay is good, but hindi ka naman yayaman dito because sometimes you commit your personal salary para sa gagamitin mo sa pagtuturo, no? But of course, it says here that but touching the hearts of the people and opening the minds of the children can give you the joy and contentment. That's important. Magkaiba ang happiness sa joy, no? Ang happiness nakikita lang sa physical, no? Tumatawa, masaya. Pero yung maligaya, the joy, it comes from the heart. It always comes from the heart. And if you are joyous, you are contented, no? At hindi ito nabibili ng pera. So the moment na nagtuturo ka, the moment na nagkakaroon ng purpose ang buhay mo. So see how lucky you are in choosing education as your career? Magbibigay ito ng purpose ng buhay mo. If only you look beyond teaching. Hindi lang ito trabaho, kundi mission ito. It is something that comes from here. To influence others. To let them think that they are something else. No? Let them come out from their shells and appreciate life. No? That is your mission. The moment you do that, you will find joy and contentment. No? And you will gonna realize, my life has a purpose. Meron palang purpose. Bakit ako pinanganak sa mundo? No? That is why it always says that teaching is a noblest profession, the noblest of all profession. So, if you are committed, there are times that mapapagod tayo, no? Normal lang 'yon, nakakapagod din naman. But, it's a big no-no. Meron tayong big no-no sa pagtuturo, no? Big no-no para sa atin yung sasabihin natin na pwede na. The pwede na mentality is a big no-no in the teaching profession. Hindi pwede ang pwede na. No? Hindi pwedeng sabihin mo, pwede na to. Talagang ganyan yan. Wala na tayong magagawa. Di na halata. Di ko na yan sagot. Uy, dagdag trabaho at gastos lang yan. Pwede na yan. Okay na yan. Hindi pwede ang pwede na. Teaching profession does not accept half-cook. No. Kailangan you give it your all. You give it your all. This time of pandemic, can you see what their teachers are doing? They're trying to contact every one of you. Contacting you using your cell phones, no? There are even teachers who are committing to giving you loads, no? Doing this one, recorded lectures is because you cannot come online every now and then. Sending you your materials for you to read, sending it personally to you, or bringing it in your doorsteps. These are commitments. It's because we, your teachers, does not want pwede na. Hindi pwede yung pwede na. Kailangang lagpasan mo yung dapat, no? Because that is commitment. That is your mission. Are you with me, guys? Are you getting it? Nakukuha nyo ba? So, kapag naging guro na kayo, kapag meron kayong ginagawang handout, basahin nyo itong maigi, hindi pwedeng, okay na to. Ganyan na to. Pwede na to. Hindi pwede. You have to look beyond that. Lagpasan mo yung expectation mo sa sarili mo in order for you to give it your all. The moment that you start teaching, you are not your own self already. You are owned by the thousands of the students that come along your way. The people that you touch, the hearts that you touch. Now, if along the way, wala ka man lang isang kaluluwa or isang pusong nasagi at na-inspire, then maybe you have to think twice. Sa tingin mo, hindi mo ito kayang gawin, maybe it's time to think twice. Am I fit with the course that I have chosen? Do I still need to continue to become a teacher? Kaya ko ba talaga maging teacher? And if your answer is agam-agam or nagdadalawang isip, then maybe you can still continue. But if you can't imagine yourself committing to teaching, then maybe it's time for you to change your course. But again, I would like to inspire everyone. You have already started it. You are at your first step. Let's work it out together. Kaya natin to. Kayang-kaya natin to. I just want to give you an inspiration. I just want you to work on it. Ngayon pa lang, you commit yourself. You accept the mission, okay, of becoming a teacher. And lastly, before I end up this lecture, I wish to leave you these 4 quotations so that at least I could leave some inspiration for you to think about. Maybe at the end of this lecture, mayroong magdadalawang isip sa'yo kung magtutuloy o hindi. Pero naniniwala ako na dapat 100% ay may inspire na ipagpatuloy ito kasi ito na yung nasimulan ninyo. Says here that, a teacher affects eternity. He can never tell where his influence stops. By Henry Adams. The influence. The moment you as a teacher talk, the way you act, your act of kindness will radiate. It will influence a lot of people. And if you influence letter A, he will do the same. He will influence B. B will influence C. And your kindness will all go throughout. Did you get it? It never stops. So never influence them negatively. May mga ibang guro na ang natitira na lang sa isipan ng estudyante nila ay yung hindi magandang ginawa ng guro. At hindi magandang impluensya yun kasi magdodoble yun. Whatever that influence was, maaaring gawin din nung taong na-impluensyahan niya in a negative way. So try to do all the positivities. As I've said, if you look into your teaching as a mission, then you will do good. You will be kind-hearted, no? You will be dedicated and committed. And the first batch that you gonna influence, they will influence others, and your influence will never stop. It will continue. You will not be forgotten. Never in this lifetime will a teacher be forgotten. Meron at merong makakaalala sa guro, no? It's because hindi nagtatapos sa pagkawala ng guro ang kanyang impluensya. Another one, a teacher presents the past, reveals the present, and creates the future. Tama yun. We are molding you. Tayo ang nagtuturo sa kanila. Ipinapakita natin sa kanila yung mga nakaraan, no? Pinapakita natin those things that happened in the past. We show it clearly to them, no? We let them picture the past. And then, we reveal the present. We show them what is the present scenario. Ano ang nangyayari sa mundo? And where should we stand from here? Sa nangyayari sa mundo, saan tayo dapat nakatayo, no? And then we try to create the future using these students. These students that will shape the future. We create the future through molding these youth so that they will create a future brighter than what we have now. So you see, ang hirap-hirap at ang bigat-bigat ng responsibilidad ninyo kasi we are molding the youth. Na ito yung mga batang, ito yung gagawa ng kinabukasan. At kung hindi maganda ang itinuturo sa kanila ngayon, anong mangyayari sa bukas na bubuuin nila? Di ba hindi rin maganda? Nakukuha niyo yung punto? Thank you. Another one. A man knows he has found his vocation when he stops thinking about how to live and begins to live. Okay. Inuulit ko, ang pagtuturo ay bokasyon at na-appreciate mo ito kapag na-appreciate mo na ang buhay at hindi yung paano ka mabubuhay, hindi yun yung lagi mong iniisip, kundi you live with the moment. You influence the people, influence the hearts of the young using what you have now. And lastly, one child, one teacher, one book, one pen can change the world. One child that you're gonna influence, you as a teacher, coming from a certain book, one old pen that you use, all together, we can change the world. Together, we can change the world. Not everyone will believe you. Not everyone will be influenced by you. Not everyone will change because of you. But if only 1 out of 100 or 99% out of 100 will change and be influenced by you to do kindness to the world and help shape the future, then we can do it. It is a contentment, it is a joy and contentment for a teacher if someday we're gonna meet our students and then they will say, "Ma'am, thank you. You did a lot to my life. It's because of you that I struggled, because of you that I did the best. And look at me now. I am shaping the future that you and I have dreamed when I was a student." Remember, students, that we only live once. Make the best out of it. And the teaching profession has called you. Accept it with all your heart. Accept the mission. Go ye and change the world. My last words for you, go and change the world. It awaits you. Yes, you. Ikaw mismo. The world awaits you. Go and change the world. Thank you very much. I hope that I have left something for you to ponder on. Thank you so much. Ma'am Astrid, signing off.